Chuck Martin and Ray Derman,
Right.
those guys are like,
Ray's awesome.
Here we go.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink, cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a street cookie.
Here we go. We are live with 2 men in a 6-pack. We got a full house. We got one with his back to us, but that's okay because I may be able to catch him if I hit this button right here. Look at that. I can catch him. I can catch him on that camera right there like that. What that would do him. If not, we pop back over here. How about that? We got some good stuff. High tech rednecks. And it's working this time. I'm crossing my fingers, but it's working. So if you are following and you are watching, please let us know that it is working. Rainer, you normally pull it up and look at it to make sure, but I'm not getting that I'm not getting that error like I got yesterday before. So we're going to go under the assumption that that is working. So yeah, Teddy is out there unless he's plotting some covert action against Urban because
I'm trying to look for my Dallas Cowboys
because Herb be talking crap about Teddy and
my thing.
So
it's a coaster. I had a Dallas Cowboy in here for 3 years, and now I got this.
It's right there, dude.
Well, you're hiding it under stuff.
Well, that's
Goody.
I'm hiding it.
Leave the detective alone.
I am. Let's move on from that.
I'm hiding it.
You just hiding shit under it. And I don't like it.
I'm hiding it based on how they played today. How about that?
Hey, we'll get to that later.
No, we're actually going to mix things up. We're actually going to mix things up, and we're going to talk NFL football first.
All right, let's go.
We're going to talk NFL football first today, but first we'll do introductions. To my left is my man Miller. You went to a concert Friday night at
Saturday. Friday night. It was Friday night. Yeah, I'm trying to think what day it is.
Collective Soul, Edwin McCain. Who was the other group?
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Hootie.
Awesome show.
Was it?
Awesome show. Yeah.
Did you go as well? Did you go as well, Rainer?
I did. Collective Soul's good too.
Were they? Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Good deal. Somebody's watching. Whoever's watching right now, will you respond that you can hear us and we got audio? I'm pretty sure we do have audio because everything looks to be going right this time. But anyway, then I got Rainer. Rainer, you were up in Raleigh. Rainer, did you drive home after the concert and then drive back up to the football game Saturday?
I did. Actually,
Of course you did.
Short bus.
Of course you did.
That's short.
Because that's my man. He goes with me, and
short bus shit.
he goes with me, and we roll. Okay. Warlick, what's up? No COVID. No COVID.
I'm free, baby.
You're COVID free. Okay, that's a good deal. I'm gonna turn. Let's see, y'all running. Okay, I'm gonna turn that up a little bit for y'all because so y'all don't have.
Hell,
to
I'm
lean.
good, man.
Yeah, just put it in the middle between you and him, and I've got the volume turned up because that's how I roll. I got that shit. We got a guest with us, but he's a guest, but he's back. I'm glad to have him, Joey Mahalchek. But you, to your defense, you have been where you needed to be.
Right.
Your son's been playing some soccer at Methodist University, and you've been going up to his games. We're up in.
We've watched him. We've
soccer.
watched him watch.
So
Say that again.
We've watched him watch the game, just like us.
hey, Kevin Brown can hear us loud and clear, Rainer. Kevin's turning in tonight because Southwest won last night on Friday, and he's going to hear us talk good stuff about him, right?
They won?
Yeah, I heard they did. And then we got the whole reason that the show exists, Mike Irvin.
Thank you.
With
you for finally admitting that.
With
Thank
us. It's a lot easier, and I think we all would admit too, it's a lot easier having Irvin here than not here because we have to technologically decline his ass as far as trying to get him up to the only person that does not understand YouTube.
I don't like you.
You don't like me?
I don't like you. It's
All right. Okay.
I talked too much already.
All right. So
I call shenanigans.
we're gonna mix things up real quick. We're gonna talk NFL. We're gonna talk NFL football first. We're gonna dive in real quick and talk NFL football. And before we go over the scores, this is a good lead-in to going over the scores. And I'm gonna let you, Joey. You have to refrain because you and I discussed this because you were here first.
He was here at 3:00.
Yeah, hanging out with me. I mean, because I do have a plethora. As you
do,
can see,
you do have.
as
a
you
great,
see,
you do have a great place. I get it.
you can see right there. You got 2 TVs there. You can't see the third one, but that's all right. Check out. I just wanted to show off my camera switching. But
I
anyway,
like that. That's cool. New stuff.
here we go.
Here we
Fill
go. Here
fill
we
in
go.
the blank.
Here we go.
Fill in the blank. In NFL, after 2 weeks, they are who we thought they would be.
Carolina Panthers.
Carolina Panthers.
No, I'm going to say the Cowboys.
Cowboys are on my list too.
That Cowboys
But
are
you
right there,
You
buddy.
can't say that.
But as
Man, I can.
But as I said earlier
the
in our
right.
text thread earlier today, the Cowboys are who we thought we are. I just thought they would do this near the end of the season or during the playoffs. They're peaking a little too early. So
I take it back.
So I got a-
They're worse.
I got a question.
Okay.
The Panthers are worse. The Panthers are horrible.
At what point do you cut bait with
I don't
the
see
quarterback?
I don't see a win.
What college
Hey,
team would beat the Panthers?
I'm going to get
right
to that
now?
in a second. What college team?
What college team right now would
So
beat the Panthers?
so hold on.
Okay,
Because
okay,
when we
okay.
get to college,
Okay,
I have
I'm sorry.
another philosophical question to ask. I currently have the undefeated the teams in the college in the college that are undefeated after 3 weeks. So obviously one of those teams that is undefeated would have legit. I'm just going to tell you, Texas and freaking Alabama would have a good chance. Alabama's looking
Are you
good, dude.
kidding me?
Carolina drove.
Have you watched Tennessee play?
Tennessee's looking good too.
Tennessee don't care.
No, Tennessee's
I like
good
that.
too. All right, how about
don't
this?
care.
After 2 weeks, they
70?
are 2 weeks. They are who we thought they would be. How about the Buffalo Bills? How about the Buffalo Bills? Buffalo Bills 2-0.
Ah, my man, quarterback.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
He finds a way
Well, he didn't find a way on my fantasy.
in the regular season.
in the regular season.
Still
But
dreaming about him at night.
2 weeks into the season, they are who we thought they would be. 2 weeks into the season, that's all you can do. How about this? After 2 weeks into the season, the Ravens, who are we thought that they would be. They are who I thought they would be. The Ravens.
I had this conversation today with another person. I don't think they really put a lot of focus in the first 3, 4, 5 weeks.
Well, this
I
is
mean,
the,
because, like,
this
they
is
really
the first time they've gone 0-2 in about 10 years.
But they don't practice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, and they I think
Practice?
It'll take them
Practice?
It'll take them 3, 4, 5 weeks to get into a rhythm, and then the last 12 weeks of the season, you'll see different teams.
Isn't that what it?
Okay.
That's when it matters.
Okay.
right?
They'll make the playoffs. And
That's my point. Like they're trying to stay injury free.
You'd rather peak-
and you just
You'd rather peak.
Yeah.
get into a rhythm.
Good, you don't write the Ravens off, man. They're going to be there in the end.
Okay.
make
Currently.
the playoffs and then lose.
Okay. We'll see. I'm not a Lamar Jackson fan. I'm not
Since when? Is that something new?
I'm not a
Goody?
Ravens fan. I just know that
How can you be
legitimately.
that and not and be a damn?
Don't say it. We're not talking politics, dude. Don't say it. Don't say it.
I know
Okay.
you're going,
Night,
don't
night.
say it. No,
I'm-
Irv, don't say it.
Don't say it.
Irv's gonna good night night.
Yeah,
LeBron.
Irv go night
I'm gonna go
night.
night night.
So, but they let legitimately going into the season with their quarterback. The Raiders were in the bottom 5 of the NFL team wise. I think that's legit. The bottom 5. They let a team come all from the West Coast to the East Coast, which is normally a bad thing.
Yes, I saw that.
And the Raiders kick a field goal and beat them. I'll give them a pass on the Chiefs game. They got beat. The Chiefs are good, but they laid an egg today. Okay, which we lay eggs. We'll see.
Yeah.
But 2 weeks into the season, they are who I thought they would be. Also, 2 weeks into the season, the Giants are who we thought they would be.
Yes, they are.
0-2.
They are a Duke quarterback.
They can't be anything but that.
Yeah.
Hey, do the Panthers and the Giants play this year?
Yes, they do.
Okay, so
Tie.
Let's go.
Oh, it's overseas soon.
Is it overseas?
Is it overseas?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
well.
my
Well, you know why it's
God.
overseas because the game is going to be so bad. They said we're not having it here in the United States. Nobody would come.
They don't know it sucks.
Okay,
We used to what
Now-
That's a way not to get people excited about the
yeah,
NFL when you send those
yeah.
two teams.
That was the worst.
I think
German accent I ever
they
did.
must be
That's
sending
what
them to like Rwanda or something. They're sending them.
the good thing is those people won't know the difference if it's good or bad.
They're sending them to Cuba, or they're sending.
We are Germans. We are used to 1-0 scores. These 3-0. This is awesome.
What's the well hell
Question, wasn't it?
hell they're used to 3-0. I mean, and when the game ends up 6-3, the Giants they'll think it's a damn scoring barrage, won't they? Okay, now let's flip it. After 2 weeks, these teams aren't who we thought they would be. The New Orleans Saints. We did not think back-to-back games, and I forget how long it's been. 35 points in the first half of their first 2 games. Now, granted, they gave them a pass last week because they played the Panthers, but they did it against the boys this week. And, I mean, they made the boys look bad.
Who aren't good either.
I mean,
Y'all stop that.
the boys, I mean,
You know what? I'll let you finish. I'm sorry.
the boys, I mean, who did the Cowboys? They beat Cleveland last week, who bounced back this week and beat the Jaguars.
Right.
So, I don't know. I'm just saying.
The boys won last week, right?
Who did?
The boys.
Yeah.
And this week they had that song about them, right? The boys are back. The boys are back.
Yeah.
I would prefer you just ask.
You just sign the quarterback.
America's
All right, here we go.
I know what they did, and I despise
You have
that.
a bad coach.
Here we
you have
go.
a
And
bad
I understand that,
quarterback,
and I hope they. I was hoping they would lose
Forever.
65.
Good, you've got this is the Earth
I
show.
don't like it. It's
forgot.
not. I'm sorry.
Here we go. After 2 weeks, they aren't who we thought they would be. The Minnesota Vikings, 2-0. Sam Darnold throws a 97-yard touchdown pass to Justin Jefferson. Actually, he threw about a 30-yard touchdown pass,
Right.
And Justin Jefferson just ran it another.
Housed it.
Yeah, housed it. So 2-0, beating the Niners, who the Niners aren't who we thought they would be. I mean, we really thought the Niners would go. I really thought that the Niners would go through the regular season. And
Who are they missing, buddy?
well,
Come on.
we're going to
Come
get
on.
there, but we're going to get
Okay.
there. We're going to get there. But, I mean, everybody has injuries. I mean, you play with who you can put on the field.
Well, McCaffrey's injury didn't affect him last week.
Yeah. And they roll.
true.
And they roll. They aren't who we thought they would be. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 2-0, going to Detroit. I do love that. Haven't beat I missed the total stat, but the Lions swept them last year. They beat them. They beat them both games last year. No, they couldn't beat them both games. Yeah, they beat them
the
regular
playoffs.
season and playoffs, but the Lions hadn't lost to them in a while. But Baker Mayfield.
Hey, Rayner.
Yo,
Would you take Mayfield right now?
Would you take Mayfield back right now,
how
Rainer?
many quarterbacks do we?
Hey man, how about that?
Hey,
For
well,
a brief instance, for a
Take
brief
Sam
instance,
Darnold back, right?
I was getting ready to ask that.
You've mentioned Darnold and
And
Mayfield,
May-
right? And we're over there. We got a midget, as our quarterback.
No, he can't help himself, dude. He can't help himself.
That's a little
Come on.
person.
Right now, I
very
take Vinny
politically-
Testaverde.
That was not right.
That's
That
I take
I'm
Vinny.
sorry. I apologize.
I would take
But
I
he's
would
not
take Chris
talented
Winky
either.
back.
Chris Winky
That's
and
a
Vinny
better.
Testaverde.
That's a
right
better.
now.
That's a better.
Don't you have a Chris Winky jersey?
I've got my son.
I got a winky.
My son has a Chris Winky. Have y'all? I know a couple of these guys have heard that story. Have y'all heard this story?
Yep.
Real quick. Oh, you hadn't heard the story? Have you? So Gray is in like whatever grade. It's whatever grade that Chris Winky was playing for the Panthers.
Third.
They have a Jersey Day, team day. They announce it, and he comes home and is like, "Hey, we got a Jersey Day, blah blah blah." It's like, "Hey, you want a Carolina Tar Heels?" He's like, "No, I want a Carolina Panthers." Carolina Panthers. So I'm like, "Okay, I'll take care of it." So Beverly goes to wherever, and the starting quarterback at the time for the Carolina Panthers was Jake Delhomme.
It was Marshall's.
Yeah. So Beverly comes back. She comes back and she goes, "Hey, I got Gray a jersey," and she's holding a Marshall's bag, and I'm like, "What? What in the hell? What do you mean you got him a jersey?" And she pulls it out, and with a big grin, she shows me off a Chris Winky jersey, who is the backup. I give it to Gray, and he's like in third grade, and he starts crying. He's like, "I'm not going to school. I'm not going to school wearing that jersey."
Didn't I say third grade?
Yeah, I guess it's third grade. I'm just making Gray think he's crying in third grade. But so she got him a Chris Winky jersey. So anytime, yeah. So anytime I hear that anyway. But we did mention Baker. We mentioned Darnold.
Kerry Collins
Okay.
would be better right now.
Kerry Collins, if he could say sober.
He's out of rehab.
Well, hell, probably drunk. Kerry Collins would be better, wouldn't he?
Hold on. Have y'all seen that commercial with like Tony Dorsett and all those guys talking about coming out of retirement?
Oh yeah.
Is that not
And
the
Marino and-
Is that not the funniest
Marino's with his
commercial?
glasses looking at
That's the funniest commercial. I'm sorry, Steve.
is
It's your show.
No, you're talking about show.
That is a
Teddy-
great commercial, man. It's a funny
Teddy says
Good
Baker and Sam continue the trend of how players leave Carolina and do great.
Yep.
Isn't that insane?
What did Teddy say?
Baker and Sam continue the
suck.
trend of how players leave Carolina and do great, and the Cowboys suck.
Teddy, you should be in bed right now.
Frankie Louvu
All right,
had like
last
27
one.
sacks today.
After 2 weeks, they aren't who we thought they would be. Just to fill out the trend of winners and losers, the Lions are 1-1. Did you see the screw up at the end of the first half?
No.
I was listening to it on the radio. I was driving back. They had the ball down, moving it down. They didn't have enough time to score. They threw a pass down to – it was inside the 10-yard line. Didn't have any timeouts. They were going up to try to clock it, to kick a field goal. Evidently, the special teams coach didn't tell anybody that no one knew they were going to try to clock it. They marched their play. The kickoff team, the field goal team, was coming out on the field while they were trying to clock it. There was 3 seconds left. They clocked it. Penalty. Too many men on the field. 10-second runoff. They don't get the field goal off at the end of the half. That's like Lions shit of old, right? That's
Yes,
like
it is.
that's like Jim Caldwell Lions shit. I mean, that's like Jim Schwartz 0-16 line stuff. I can't believe honestly, I can't believe what Dan Campbell, right?
That
Right.
probably will not happen again.
Oh no, they're probably running suicides right now. I mean, they're legitimately running suicides. So,
Goody, that's Mac Brown stuff. Clock management.
oh God, did you see what? Did you watch the game last night? He took a penalty for a punt and gave up 5 yards, and we're inside our 20-yard line last night.
He's not a clock manager.
You know who those
He's a
teams
great
need?
recruiter.
He's a fantastic recruiter.
They need Irv.
They need for
I am a clock guy.
He's the clock guy.
I am.
So let's
It's all
talk.
about
I'm a
clock
guy.
management.
I will tear
That's
it
his thing.
So we'll
You can't
talk-
knock it. That's your thing,
up. It
right?
is.
That's
It
your
is.
thing.
I give Bo hell for that shit.
So we'll talk
You can hear him in the booth.
NFL
Moving on.
Saints
Watch the clock. Watch the
Saints
clock.
44-19. It wasn't even that close.
Nope.
Bucks 2016 over the Lions. We talked about that. How about the Packers with a backup QB 16-10 over the Colts? I did not see that one. Aaron Rodgers gets his first win 24-17 over the Titans. How about that? Vikings 23-17 over the Niners. Seahawks 2-0.
Free loves the market.
Seahawks 2-0, 23-20 over the Patriots. Giants lose to the Commanders. Shut up. Jaden Daniels, is that his
Yes.
name? First win, 21-18. The Chargers and Jim Harbaugh did we score any touchdowns last week? The Panthers.
Tough.
Well, we didn't this week either. 26-3.
No, Panthers scored last week. Touchdown.
Hey,
They had 10
Goody,
points.
Yeah.
Can we go back to the Commanders game?
Yeah.
And Jane. All right. What was the final score?
21-18.
All field goals.
How many touchdowns did the Commanders score?
Zero.
Yeah, looking at this.
7 field goals.
And the
And
Giants.
the Giants scored 6 field goals.
No.
I thought
The
they
Giants.
scored touchdowns.
The Giants scored touchdowns. Their kicker got hurt, like in the first
Gano
quarter or
got
something,
whacked.
and so they went for 2 every time.
Galuli took out Gano's leg.
Yeah, Gano got hurt, and they had no kicker,
Oh.
so they had to go for.
I was like,
2-point conversions.
We're talking about the Panthers, though. What is the score for and against Panthers, both games? 73-13.
So I'm going to give you this.
It's terrible.
I'm going to give you this. So Bryce Young is not very effective on the quarterback side, but granted he's throwing some interceptions to give up some touchdowns and give up field positions. To give up field positions, but is the defense doing anything?
Nope.
They're not what they used to be, but they're out there all game long.
Yeah. When you're out there
Okay.
the whole time, I mean, it's,
Especially when you're out there for 30-yard fields.
Can I help you with this?
And Goody.
He's not good.
Who?
Bryce Young is
He's
not
not
good.
good.
I've got some numbers
say
here.
he's not good.
I've got some numbers to compare here in a second.
But Goody, in their defense, I studied them really hard in the offseason. I'm being dead serious. I'm intrigued more in the offseason than the season.
Yeah.
And they lost a lot of defensive
Yeah, they did.
talent.
Well,
A ton.
Brian Burns went to
Luvu,
the Giants, right?
yeah.
Luvu, Burns. I mean, they lost
Where did
a
Luvu
lot
go?
of Washington Commanders, and he's a stud.
Yeah, he is a stud.
So I have a friend who has a friend that has 4 seats, great seats, the last level in front of Tepper's box. So you can holler at Tepper over your shoulder. He's probably the guy Tepper poured the beer on. So if we can get those 4 again later in the year, let's
Yes,
go.
I will- yes, I will
Let's
go.
just chew Tepper's
Nope.
ass.
If it's
Yeah, I will
Dallas.
definitely go.
If it's Dallas.
All right. The Browns come back with a
showed
bounce
today,
back, and they beat the Jags. Browns 18, Jags 13. The Jags 0-2. The Raiders 26-23 over the Ravens. Thursday night, Bills 31, Dolphins 10.
Ouch.
And I'm going to get back to that in a second. So currently we got going on, we got the Cardinals just pounding the Rams 34-10. Martin Harrison Jr. 2 touchdowns in the first half. First quarter. First like 2 minutes. I mean, within a 2 minute span.
130 yards.
The Cardinals are legit. You know, they who beat the Bills come back to beat them last week.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler, yeah, man, they're legit. Broncos are getting beat by the Steelers 10-0. That's my bounce back game. Just letting you know, I lost some.
Lyman with a touchdown catch.
Oh, this isn't good. I do have Pittsburgh money line, but I loaded the boat on Pittsburgh money line because I had a bad early game and interception. And there we go. Bo Nix, my preseason rookie of the year, helps me out and helps me because I have gone all hog wild on Pittsburgh Steelers money line. Currently, the best game going on right now are the Chiefs versus the Bengals.
Lyman just caught a touchdown pass.
17-16.
That doesn't help anybody.
Right there.
Not in
Helps
fantasy.
me.
You got my homies?
No,
Yeah,
I
I got my
the
homies.
Chiefs -6.5.
So show us with a raise of a hand who owns Christian McCaffrey in fantasy football leagues.
I do.
Yeah, I don't. I didn't draft. I had a chance to draft him in 2 and didn't. Both y'all do.
I did.
McCaffrey is being placed on the IR and he will miss at least the next 4 games.
More than that.
Well, at minimum 4.
At minimum,
Minimum
4.
four.
At minimum 4 games. So this is why, you know, I don't know.
He's still at Carolina. He'd be in a wheelchair right now.
Yeah, probably so.
No,
Yeah.
he'd be medically retired.
He'd be alongside Luke Kuechly coaching at Charlotte Christian.
Right? Yeah.
He'd be with
Him and Greg-
concussion.
him and
What
Greg
happened?
Olsen.
Is that a gig?
And
Oh, you didn't see it last week? Yeah.
No, they
No, they
No,
didn't watch
it's not a
the
dig
show.
at all.
because we lost to them.
You got Taylor Swifton.
No, maybe I said the wrong team. Last week we had a thing about
It's not
Charlotte
Charlotte
Catholic.
Catholic.
It's Charlotte
It's
Christian.
middle school.
It's middle school.
No, he
What?
did not.
No, I
Okay,
said
you know what?
Charlotte.
Never mind.
No, he did not, detective.
Okay, you can call me what you want.
He sat right here and read the article.
Okay, hush.
You heard
Barney.
Catholic.
Their
Detective.
assistant coaches are Luke Kuechly, Greg Olson, and Jonathan Stewart, who used to be running back. They're the middle school coaches for Charlotte Christian.
Bye, Rayner.
So anyway, next up, and we talked about it Thursday night. Tua gets another concussion,
Just slide.
third confirmed concussion since being drafted by the Dolphins in 2020. So my first question is, if you had 2 previous concussions, they put that
Slide.
you can wear that bubble head shit on your head now
Slide.
this year. Why isn't Tua wearing that bubble head
Just
shit
slide.
on his head?
Just slide.
It's too heavy. He can't keep his head up.
He would be a bobblehead, wouldn't he? There's a tight end. I forget. Not a lot of players are wearing them, but there are some guys wearing them. I forget who it was. There's the tight end from one of the teams that's had a couple concussions, and he's wearing it. So did y'all? I mean, they're probably expensive. Has the high school looked at anything like that?
We haven't.
Okay.
Well, wait, I'm sorry. We don't have a football team at my school.
Oh, you don't have a football team at your school now, do you? Okay.
No, we don't.
When you were at your previous school,
Nope.
did y'all look at it?
No.
I guess you taught your players how to hit correctly, right?
You would hope so.
Without leading with the head, the helmet. Okay, so I've got a great thing, but I do want to. I'm going to skip it till Rayner gets back because it's about the Panthers and Bryce Young. So, question:
Answer.
if you could play for any coach in NFL history, who would it be?
Chuck Noll.
Chuck Noll. Okay, Chuck Noll. These are some of your, obviously Parcells, Belichick, Bill Walsh, Vince Lombardi, Tom Landry, Don Shula.
Don Shula would be a good one.
Andy Reid, Dan Campbell. You got Dan Campbell in here, I guess, because he's a motivator.
That's when I was a Cowboy fan. I'd have played for Tom Landry.
Would you have played for Tom Landry?
Yeah.
He seems like a boring dude, man. Tom Landry. I guess I would have played for Barry Switzer because he let the damn or Jimmy Johnson because he had it rolling with the caddies and the cocaine.
What's that mean?
Jimmy Johnson when Michael Irvin and Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman rolled with them, dude. They were the thug boys, man. That's how the Cowboys rolled.
Really?
Come on, man. Come on. What now?
That's one part of that, man.
Who? Do you not think he knew about? You don't think he?
No.
You do not think Jimmy Johnson knew anything about
He
that?
said, guys, when we're here, we're playing football. When y'all go do your thing, you go do your thing. That's what he said.
That's the smartest thing you've ever said.
And he said, and then Irvin said, Coach, what time you coming over to the crib? You don't think? Okay.
I don't think the coach hung out with him.
You don't
Okay,
think?
Goodson, let's move.
Okay, we'll move on.
Really? I mean,
Miller, who would you? So you said Chuck Noll.
Chuck or Don Shula?
All right.
stop. Can we? Hold on, Shug.
Go ahead.
I love you, baby.
Yeah.
But look what he's got in his plate.
He's got pizza and fruit. I'm gonna get. I'd love.
This bitch has got pizza and fruit. Okay,
I'd love.
I'm sorry.
The next. No, that's cool. But the next person that does get up, if y'all give me some fruit, I want some fruit. But you
Fruit's
know
good for your
that.
prostate.
Warlick, who you? So
Yeah,
what
I've got
coach?
orange
What coach
juice
would you want to play for?
and
NFL.
potato and-
Oh man, the frozen tundra of
Lambeau Field. That would be that would
That
be
guy's got to be like Ray Durham on steroids.
probably. JoJo.
Get him some fruit, boy. Oh, get him some fruit, boy.
Hey, I've got a fork sitting over there by the ice
Tom
maker
Landry.
too. Tom Landry.
Play for Tom Landry.
What about Jose Marino?
No, I don't like Jose.
Jose.
No.
Who would you
like
want?
him.
Tom Landry. Is that?
And I'm old school. I would go old school.
Rainer? Who would you want to play for? What NFL coach?
Phil Paget.
Come on, man.
NFL.
NFL.
NFL coach.
And you want to be the owner of by
Vince Lombardi.
David Tepper.
Shut up.
Lombardi.
There's
Vince
no way
Lombardi.
you could have done that.
Oh yeah.
So I would
What you
say
eat?
Yeah, I'm a disciplined person. Look at me.
You look. You look this one.
I would say out of all the ones that I'd want, it would probably be Bill Parcells because I'd want a coach to be as fat as me on the sidelines. How about that, Bill Parcells?
I don't like that idea.
No, I'm just joking because he coached the boys
Well, I know what he
and
did.
didn't do anything with them. All right, now that Rainer's back,
No. The JJ's back.
hey, Jeff Service is on. How about that? I didn't know Jeff Service was still alive. I'm glad he's watching. Good deal, Jeff. I'm glad you're watching, man.
Service.
Serby.
Slurpus.
First 17 NFL starts. Hey, man, yeah, just come on, dude. That's awesome. Thank you. You didn't touch it with your
God.
COVID hands, did you?
Dude, I got it with tongs.
He did.
prongs.
The prongs, or do you got a thong?
Is that thong from Tongies?
Is that a thong to the prong?
First, listen to this. First 17 NFL starts. Passing yards. Bryce Young, 3,038.
That's good.
Zach Wilson, 3,027. Jamarcus Russell, 2,855. Okay. So Bryce is thrown for one more yard than Zach Wilson and a handful and about 200 more than Jamarcus Russell. Passing TDs in the first 17 games. Bryce Young, 11. Zach Wilson, 10. Jamarcus Russell, 15. The plot thickens.
Is Zach Wilson still in the NFL?
I don't think I think Detroit cut him. I mean, not Detroit, Denver. Okay. Interceptions, first 17 games. Bryce Young, 12. This was before today. Bryce Young, 12. Zach Wilson, 13. Jamarcus Russell, 11. Passer rating. Bryce Young, 71.5.
It's not bad.
Zach Wilson, 70.5. Jamarcus Russell, 76. The highest passing rating. Completion rating.
Gosh.
58.9, 56, and 54.3. Bryce has the highest completion rate. I guess if you throw a 1 yard pass, it's a catch.
Yeah.
Record after 17 games. 2-15 for Bryce Young. 7-10 for Zach Wilson. He looks like a damn all-star. 7-10. Jamarcus Russell, 5-12.
Oof.
So we've bantered around that Jamarcus Russell. What are y'all laughing at?
We're laughing at Rainer. You're missing the show.
I'm sorry, you're missing a whole different show.
What's he
here.
doing?
He's
Oh, you
got
know
his
what?
drink over here with. He's
squeezing my
put all his
watermelon
fruit.
like
He's
lemons
put
in
all
there.
his fruit.
He's got fruit in his drink.
his drink, man. So I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's
Yeah,
pretty
Jimmy
funny.
Buffett had a song called Boat Drinks. Rainer's got one called
Rainer's
Fruit
got
Drinks.
one. Yeah, he's got one here. You gotta stay with us, man.
Sorry.
You gotta know what's going on.
So it's been bantered around that Jamarcus Russell was the biggest flop and bust in NFL history, and Zach Wilson coming along second to that.
Ryan Leaf had to be up there too.
Ryan Leaf was up there. Ryan Leaf, yeah, Ryan Leaf be up there.
That's 'cause
But
of
but
Kane,
but Ryan stayed in the league for several years, even as a backup. Did y'all hear the story about Jamarcus Russell when he was with the Raiders, and they sent home?
Blank tapes.
Well, they weren't blank. They were like, yeah, they weren't blank, but they like had movies or something on them or cartoons on
He
them,
didn't watch it.
and they sent him home with them, and they're like, hey, this is the game film that you need to watch of the opponents for next week. Go home and watch them tonight and come back. And they send him home with like crap on them, like cartoons. He comes back next day like, hey, did you watch them? He goes, yeah, man, I watched all of them. I'm really dialed in and stuff like that.
Shit ever.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how long do we ride? How long do the Panthers ride with Bryce Young?
David Tepper forever.
They don't
The whole
have a choice.
season?
Do they have a choice?
You don't
Who's
have
their
another-
backup?
Yeah, just the season.
The
Then you draft
Backup is Scott Farkas.
no, it's not the backup.
Anthony Dalton.
Yes, it's the
Andy
Red
Dalton.
Rocket.
Red
Andy
Rocket,
Dalton,
baby.
Red Rock-
The-
you know
You
what?
don't
I'd
remember the
let
bad
him
guy
roll.
in Christmas Story, Scott
I
Farkas?
would let
That's Andy
him
Dalton.
roll.
I would too.
I'd let him roll. And look, I loved him at Dallas.
I would put Baker back in. Oh, that's right. We can't do that.
Can't do that. I would so put the Red Rocket in.
Don't you keep riding him just as maybe he'll get it?
Well, but they said,
Overthrows even when he's
they said last year that he didn't have weapons, right? Did they go out and get him some wide receivers?
No,
Oh, you don't really think they did?
no.
Deontay Johnson's not bad. How come Adam Thielen was good when he played at Minnesota?
Because the quarterback was good.
Thielen's his
They
best.
could get him the ball.
Yeah,
Goody, what do you say Thielen's his most
yeah.
reliable receiver right now?
I drafted Thielen just because I knew that Bryce Young couldn't throw it down the field, and he'd probably be throwing it to Thielen a lot. I haven't played him in the game yet, but go ahead.
How's Leggett, the first round pick?
Well, I thought that was a stupid pick in the
I
first
did
place.
too. That's why I'm asking the
Yeah.
question.
I mean, they had a chance to actually trade up or trade. They had a chance. They dropped down or something. They could have got that worthy guy that went to Kansas City.
That fast guy?
The fast guy, the one that scored like 15 points last week in the opening game against the Ravens.
He's drinking fruit.
Yeah.
Eating pizza.
He's drinking. Hey, he's all setting the carbs by eating the good carbs, right?
I'm sorry. Chris, I love you. You killed me, that bitch.
Service says we're going to hang with Bryce Young all season.
Absolutely. Let's ride or
You,
die.
you still suck at golf.
0-17. I don't see a win.
You don't see a win?
Giants are the closest thing to a win, and they'll lose out.
We
Whoa,
won't
whoa,
go-
whoa, 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 whoa.
I would take a bet
Don't they
that-
play the Cowboys? Cowboys suck, dude.
I would take a bet that the Panthers don't go
Are you going to see the
0-17.
Cowboys there?
No, I'm not.
You'll get tickets while I go.
What are they, $1.85?
Might be. You can afford that.
I can afford that. They're $1.85.
They won't be for that game, though.
Come on, Goodson, let's go.
Who was the last team to go 0-16?
Was it the Lions?
The Lions. No, the Lions. Do we think that the Panthers have a legitimate shot for perfection?
Absolutely. That secures
Right
the
now, the Giants is the only one I see
number
them
one
having a
pick for
chance to
next
win.
year. I think we should start tanking to get the number one pick next
I think they
year.
started taking last week, actually.
Does it really matter what pick they have? Because Tepper's going to screw it up anyway.
That's a good point.
How long you think Tepper will have that team?
As long as he wants
As long
it.
as he wants to.
I don't know. I don't think that you can say that, but I don't think the NFL is going to let
Unless
that.
he tells some girl in the front office he wants to
Okay,
shave her
okay,
legs, then he's
okay.
got it forever.
Asking that question.
Food for thought. Food
Okay.
for thought.
Let's
That's
set him
just
up. Let's send a
put,
ringer in
put
there.
it in the history
Okay.
that I'm saying. If they don't turn it around, the NFL.
No,
They say,
man.
okay, man.
Hey, how about this?
They love for a
The NFL won't.
sucky team.
The NFL won't do anything because if they would, they'd make Jerry Jones get rid of the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, they win.
That kid's got 2 touchdowns
I mean,
today.
they win, man.
Iasius,
You're comparing apples to
Iasius,
oranges.
whatever his name is.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, have they won
Whatever.
a? Have they won a Super Bowl with Jerry Jones? No.
No.
They haven't even played for one.
How about them?
Right?
You know what?
He
I
hadn't even
love
played
them.
for one
I,
since
love-
he's
I
been
want them to
owner.
get beat today, 65.
Actually, Teddy was right. Last team to go 0-16 was
Browns.
actually the Browns. Yeah, and I think they drafted Baker Mayfield at the time, who used to be a Carolina quarterback.
No, they drafted Manziel, didn't they?
Oh, I don't. Yeah, it could be. Man, we need to get Johnny Manziel at quarterback. If he couldn't quarterback, he would have a hell of a time in Charlotte.
You're right. He
I mean,
went
just.
uptown.
I mean, he would be doing like the money. I mean, he would be.
Nah,
living.
he's changed, Goody.
Oh, has he?
Yep.
Oh, he does like this now, nickels and dimes instead of dollar bills. Okay. All right. We'll get back in swing of things with high school football. Any other NFL comments? Well, we'll look real quick. I'm going to show you this feature. So now everybody can see our picks now. Now, instead of seeing us, we're on the screen, but they can see our picks. How about that? So going down to the bottom down here this week, Rams at the Lions. You guys all went correctly with the Lions. I chose the Rams. The Jets and the Niners. That was last Sunday night. Monday night, the Niners and the Jets. We all went with the Niners. The Bills at the Dolphins Thursday night. Three of us went with the Bills. Goody, Rayner, and Irv, and Miller, Warlick, and Joey went with the Dolphins. The Chargers to 6.5. That was easy. Could have been 16.5, and they would have covered. The Saints and the Cowboys, we all missed that one. So we all, some of us went 3-2. Some of us went 4-1. And we're waiting on the Bengals and Chiefs. What's the score?
It's not looking good right now.
No, it's not looking good for that cover right now. So as we move into high school, we'll look at this real quick. We'll leave it up, and everybody can see how we picked. I hope you out there in team in Teddy, tell me how you like the graphic, man, because you get to see our picks. Jacksonville and West Carteret, we moved that one to tomorrow night, which they probably will not be playing tomorrow night either. White Oak and Northside, we all picked White Oak over Northside. Goldsboro, Southwest, we all picked Southwest. South North Richlands, we all picked Richlands. Croatan, East Duplin, there was a little division there, but three of us picked East Duplin. Two of Rayner and Warlick picked Croatan. Topsail and Swansville didn't play, and I did not see where that was rescheduled. Trask and Dixon. Rayner and Irv picked Trask. They won in overtime by one. It was like 36-35 in overtime. How about that one?
That's what we do. We know our stuff, buddy.
Yeah, you went
We
10.
know our Penrith
Yeah,
football.
Rayner had his best week this week at 13-7. You went again 10-10 for the week, but we'll get there.
Hey, but you're
I'll
even
take
money.
that.
You're just losing the juice. That's all.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
not bad.
Of course.
Trying to make that an issue.
Well, I'm making it an issue because again, we all got North Duplin over Lejeune, right?
Whatever
Except
that
you.
sports
You picked
bet.
Lejeune.
High school games
You
get in
can't.
trouble.
You claim to know something about Lejeune,
I
and
don't, and I did that out of pure heart. Dumbness.
Teddy, you like the
Short bus.
switching
Yeah.
views, absolutely.
Why would they want to tear that down and build it
So
up? Yeah.
as we switch views, we're going to pop over to week 4. So we're going to pop over to week 4. So I'm leaving Jacksonville and West Carteret up there, even though I don't know that that'll go off or not.
Well, put it up there now.
I've got it up there.
He's got it up there.
I've got it up there. So next game is Dixon versus North Duplin. I'm taking Dixon. Miller.
Give me North Duplin.
North Duplin. Okay.
What's their mascot?
They're rebels.
Rayner.
North Duplin.
Wow. Okay. Irv, who you got? North Duplin or Dixon?
North Duplin.
I'm going against the grain here. Okay. Warlick.
North Duplin.
Wow. Okay. Joe.
Yep, North Duplin. Let's
Go
go.
rebels.
That one right there is going to be the one that separates me from
Go
you boys
Rebels.
right there.
Aren't we already separated, Goody?
Yeah, we'll go over that.
Might
in a
bring
minute.
us closer.
Yeah, actually, you're right. James Keenan versus East Duplin. I don't know anything about James Keenan, so except they normally kick butt. But
Well, you're on the call. Who you picking? It doesn't matter.
it's at East Duplin. I'm going James Keenan.
Is that East Duplin, the Panthers?
Miller, who you got?
I'm going East Duplin.
Okay. Irv.
I'm going James Keenan.
Okay. Warlick.
It's at East Duplin.
Yeah.
East Duplin.
I didn't realize they had that big of a home field advantage in
No, it
Beulah.
is.
They got good pork chop
That's the
sandwiches.
coolest place to play. Period.
Okay. Joey.
And Jones Senior boys
Give me
love
the
that.
Panthers of the eastern part of
Beulahville.
Duplin County.
This is a separation.
Okay, so now that Irv is the only one that's going with James Keenan, I'm thinking about switching. No.
You do what you want to do.
Okay, next up. Whether they play tomorrow night or not, J.H. Rose is coming to Jacksonville on Friday. I'm gonna roll with Jacksonville High School.
What?
I am. I'm in first place. I'm trying to keep my first place.
That's 'cause I think I missed about a week of picks.
Whose fault's that?
Yours.
You were in
went
Shenandoah
Ghost.
Valley. You were in Shenandoah Valley
There
or
was
wherever. the hell
Ghost.
You were Ghost. I mean, hell, we sent text. You didn't even answer the damn text.
What's your pick,
Who
Miller?
you got, Miller?
Cards.
The Cards. Rayner, who you got? Rayner,
Southwest.
Rayner, you can roll with Rose and make up some ground because you're really behind.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Rose.
Okay.
Damn. Cool.
Irv, Jacksonville. I know you're going with Jacksonville. Warlick, you got to go with Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, but
'Cause-
listen, James Keenan's 4-0.
in the house, baby.
We passed that game.
Okay.
Steve, I'm back with the cards. Sorry.
Oh, you're back with the cards.
you can't change.
You can't change.
You're
We
cheating.
ain't on the round yet.
Joey.
Give me the cards.
Okay, so we're all rolling with
And
the
I'm gonna,
cards.
I'm gonna be the color guy with Warlick on Friday night.
Oh, is Jerry not going to be there?
Yeah, he's going to be in Myrtle golfing, so Mahalchik's going to be the color guy.
Oh, all
You
right.
can do play-by-play.
He's the color guy. What the hell?
Ah, chicken. Do you know enough about football?
All right, here we go.
He's the
I know
color
more about
guy.
football than you do.
Here we
might.
go.
Brown.
All right, let's see if he keeps rolling with Lejeune. Beargrass at Lejeune. I mean, I know nothing about Bear. I'm going to take Beargrass.
I'm going Lejeune.
Lejeune.
Yeah, actually, I think I'm going to go Lejeune. Lejeune. Rainer, you going Lejeune?
Lejeune.
Irv?
Beargrass.
Beargrass.
Bear ass. Going to Bear J ass.
Warlick?
Beargrass.
Beargrass.
Any day on the air.
Joey?
Gray.
I think us 5 or 6.
Joey?
Give me Bear Grass.
Just give him a little time.
Yeah, I'm switching my pick too. Originally, I was going to say Beargrass, but
Man, I'm going to go back. I think I'm going to switch and go with.
well, I'm staying with Beargrass.
I mean, no. James.
With James Keenan, is that who you want? Tell me now before we leave the screen.
All right, let's do. No, because Battle Holly's a great coach and a great staff. We're
All
going
right.
East Duplin.
Okay, here's
going
one.
political.
Here's one that I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about the one team, but I know that the other team took a damn ass whooping Friday night.
But who kicked their ass?
White Oak, South Central versus Northside.
Oh,
Who you,
I got my.
Well, pick who is it? Tell me.
Well, no, you go good.
South
You're
No,
going
I always go first. We'll go reverse order this time. Joey, who you got?
give me Northside because they're gonna come back after that
Ass whooping.
that whooping.
Warlick, who you got?
South Central.
Okay. Irv, who you got?
you know who I got, South Central.
Rainer.
South Central.
I also take South Central.
Then I will take South Central. I know nothing about them. We'll go back and forth. How about that? To make it fair, we'll go back.
Snake it. There you go.
Richlands versus Princeton. I'll take Richlands.
I want to take the Lands. You can take that all the way.
Interception.
You want Richlands?
I mean, yeah, I'm going to take the Lands.
I'm asking Miller. We're going in order.
Okay, Miller, stay
Give me
focused.
Princeton.
Princeton.
Because
Princeton.
it's at Princeton.
It's
isn't
at
it?
Princeton, and
And they're usually pretty good.
They got artificial turf
Right.
field, don't
Yeah,
they?
they're custom that turf. Give me
Rainer.
the Bulldogs.
Rainer, who you got?
Princeton Bulldogs.
Okay. Irv,
Well, we taught him well.
you
I'm
going
gonna take the
Lands? Lands. Warlick.
Yeah, Bears.
Richlands, and it won't be that close.
I don't think it
these
will
guys, these guys are clueless. Richlands is a real good.
Yeah, that game.
I just
that
said
game.
we
I don't
coached
know
him
what's
right.
the what night. What week does White Oak and Richlands play, man? I got it on that. There's a
That
schedule.
will
right
be a great game.
That
I
would be
don't
a
know.
great game.
there. Yeah,
That'll
Joey.
be a deciding
Joey, who you
Give
taking?
me the Lands.
The Lands. Yeah, that's going to be a great game.
Coattail, man.
Shit, you sound like damn.
I went Northside. You took South
All right.
Central.
Do we really need to discuss
No, I
this
think you
one?
can go White Oak down the line.
White Oak at Swan or
Yeah, I got
Swansboro
that.
at White Oak. We're
Oh,
just
it's at White Oak.
yeah, yeah. That's the difference because that's big. Yeah, that big home field
I
advantage.
got
If it
to.
was in Ukraine, it wouldn't matter.
Nah, Swansboro's home. I take
Are you
White
still
Oak.
eating fruit now? I'm good. I'm glad you're eating fruit.
All right, Beddingfield goes to Wilson Beddingfield. What just an ambiguous game goes to Croatan. I guess they want to go to the beach or something. Croatan had their first loss last week against East Duplin, and it really wasn't close. The score ended up being a little bit closer at the end, but
So just make your pick.
no, we're going down Joey
Joey's
first.
turn.
Joey's first.
I'm going Croatan.
Croatan, okay. Warlick,
Croatan.
Croatan. Irv.
Beddington.
That's
He doesn't
betting.
know the name of
That's not
I
even
can't
a
see it,
school.
dude.
Will you take
Can't see
Beddingfield?
it.
Hey, how about picking Beddingfield instead of Beddington?
Beddington's that
Whatever it
bear,
is, I can't see it.
Okay.
Other-
That's
Anybody
Paddington.
other than Croatan.
Rainer.
God.
Rainer, who you got?
Man, the oldest guy here. Screw you
Croatan.
guys.
Croatan. Miller.
Does anybody know anything about Beddingfield?
I think they play 8-man football.
Does anything know anything
Yeah.
about Beddington?
They
Does
haven't
anything know
won
about
yet,
Beddington?
but they lost close to Green Central, which is a good team.
I want Beddingfield.
Beddingfield. I'm going to
I was
roll.
close enough. Y'all could have took that.
I'm going
That
to roll
was
with Beddingfield as
unnecessary.
well. I'm going to roll with Beddingfield
Oh,
as
you're
well.
drinking your fruit.
And the last game, Southwest goes
know
to
who I got.
Walsh Rose Hill. I'm rolling with Walsh Rose Hill.
Me too.
Rainer's
You
taking.
know, he's going
He's
with
I
taking
hate to
Southwest.
go against something I've done all the time, but Stallions, baby.
Irv, who you got?
Well, you know who I got.
Walsh Rose Hill.
Whoop that ass.
Warlick.
And I love the coaches.
Wallace Rose Hill.
Okay.
Can I pick black and orange?
Yeah, you can, but
That's who's going to win.
Does it have a bulldog on it, or does it have a stallion on it?
It'll have a bulldog.
Okay,
on it.
Walsh right there.
Time to do the aerial photo of the stadium, wouldn't it?
All right. So let's pop back over. We'll pop back over,
Urban's so mean.
and we'll let's see. We'll pop back over. We'll just everybody waving to the camera, and then we'll pop back over here. All right. So next up, let's go. Still talking high school. Before we okay, I got two other high school things to talk about real quick. Well, one I'm going to talk about. One I'm
No
going to
school
listen.
tomorrow.
One I'm going to listen about. No school tomorrow.
No.
We're breaking it. I don't know.
Probably.
Don't break it. We're not breaking. We're not breaking anything. That is
It
just
wouldn't
forget.
surprise me, would it? You?
That's fake news.
Texas, with 190 players, produced the most players of any state on opening weekend NFL rosters. They went to high school and played, followed by Florida, California, and Georgia. So Texas was number one at 190 players. Florida, California, and Georgia. Do you know who was fifth?
North Carolina.
North Carolina was fifth with 74. It's a drop off. Georgia was fourth with 146. North Carolina was fifth with 74. The top round out the top 10. North Carolina had more than Ohio, OH10, had more than Alabama. How about that? More than Louisiana. Of course, the players from Louisiana were normally good players like Malik Neighbors and all that stuff.
Can I take Beddingfield, please?
You want to take You're going to take Beddingfield. Okay.
They're the best 0-3 team in the state.
And the Tar Heels are the worst 3-0 team.
Oh, we're gonna actually. I've
NCAA.
got something about that, buddy. I've got something about that coming up
Read your mind.
when we hit college. Illinois and Michigan, that they ran out the top 10. So North Carolina hanging tight there at number 5 for most
talking
players.
about the gulf between the teams there. Yeah, the Texas state champion played the Georgia state champion recently. Remember?
Yeah,
Like 55-0. You talking about a gulf between two states? Yeah, Texas high school state champion played the Georgia state champion, 55-0.
yeah. No, it was. It was on ESPN. Yeah. You get to what, man? If you get up really early on, you can either watch them on Friday nights on like ESPN2 or on Saturday mornings. Yeah, you can watch them. So anyway, staying with high school, you haven't been here much at all. Actually, we'll just say it all.
Let's say
But this is going to give me a little break, and I know you're out of the mix in public schools now. But and it's going to let everybody get up and kind of stretch their legs. But I'm going to listen. Talk about
Damn it, Irv.
Talk about high school soccer.
I know. I'm trying to watch a replay, and you messed it up.
Talk about high school soccer. So talk about how county-wise conference, the two conferences in the major two conferences. Talk about Jacksonville High School. So I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to talk about.
High school soccer, we are game-wise, we're halfway through our season, right? We've played 11 games. We're 5-4-2, and our schedule has been tough preseason, or our non-conference schedule.
That
was
guy that made it's a butthead.
really tough.
But that's what you guys
That's what
normally
we
do, right?
That's what we've traditionally done, and hopefully it sets us up for the conference to do well, and in November when the playoffs start is to be battle tested and ready. So
Are y'all playing like a lot of the Wilmington school? Y'all played a lot of
we
the
played
Wilmington schools.
we played Laney, we played Topsail, we played Apex Friendship, Watauga,
New Hanover.
New Hanover. We
That's
played.
cool.
We went and played AC Reynolds.
Did you play Beddington?
No Beddington, not this year. Maybe next year.
But Beddingfield. Oh, not Beddingfield.
No Beddingfield.
Okay.
Then we played White Oak, Swansboro, and we've done. I mean, in our defense, we're still young too. We have a few seniors, but when you have 4 sophomores and 2 freshmen that get on the field, we make some
trying to ask a question
young mistakes
and being respectful.
Well, ask
But
a
it's been
question.
good.
I'm trying to ask a question being respectful.
Yeah, ask a question.
How do you tie in a soccer game?
Ooh, can I answer it?
No.
Can I answer it?
No.
You score the same number of goals.
So this is how it works, right? So
Please
a
tell me.
tie
I
happens
wanna hear
when neither team scores a goal.
Okay.
If so, 0-0, that would be a tie. Or
At the end of regulation.
correct.
Okay.
Or if the home team scores the same amount as the visiting team, at the end of 80 minutes, it's a tie.
You lost me on that, cuz. But So you don't have kickoffs. You don't have kickoffs or extra.
No, we have kickoffs.
So
You
nobody.
have kickoffs after every goal and at the beginning of each
Well,
half.
wait a minute. No, stop.
Okay.
There should be no ties.
Why?
Why?
I'm not an idiot. I don't.
Why?
I don't really know about soccer. I'm just.
That's why you don't get it.
I don't get it.
Listen,
Why don't you have?
Okay, Irv.
Let me
Irv.
explain.
Irv.
Okay, coaches,
Okay.
go ahead.
Go ahead, Joey.
so
I'm good.
you played 24, right? 24 games. That's 80 minutes. That's a lot of minutes, right?
It is, and I agree.
And
with that.
so, you don't need to play extra minutes at that chance for injury.
Okay.
Those are you don't need it. Now in conference, you do play overtime, but at the end of the overtime, if it's still tied, then the game is tied. In playoffs, there are no ties. If it's tied at the end of regulation, end of extra time, then you go into penalties.
You do go into
I
penalty
love
kicks.
the
okay.
way you soccer people think I'm an idiot, and I
I didn't
soccer.
I didn't think you were an idiot.
So
Or-
Bob did.
I did, and I'm
Bob
sorry
did.
about it. I really feel bad
It's
about
bad.
it.
But my question
shouldn't.
is, if those games, because I know how football is, it's about wins and losses, about where
You get a
place
half a
is.
win, you get half a loss.
Okay, so when you get to playoffs, so what's the difference in a regular game and playoffs? Because you don't get ties in regular games in the sports that I know, football. So soccer, doesn't the seeding help? You have to
It's a
win all-
half a win, a half a loss.
Okay.
In the
Or can I add a little bit to that?
You can. I'm
Okay.
just-
So
I don't know, and
all right.
I'm-
So
I'm
let's
asking for the people
let's
that
put
don't
this in
understand.
football perspective.
All right.
All right. So let's say Southwest and Jacksonville are playing in football.
Okay.
Who's supposed to win that game?
Jacksonville.
Okay. So let's say at the end of the game, they're tied 17-17.
Okay.
Do you think Charlie Dempsey, coach of Southwest, would be happy with a tie, or would they rather go and play in overtime and take a loss? Which would you rather do as Charlie Dempsey if that's the scenario? If you walk off that field with a tie against Jacksonville or a loss.
Is that fair? Is that a fair game?
I'm just asking you a question. As a coach,
I know about wins and losses.
I get that.
About
So
how
what-
it places in
but what would you
playoffs.
rather
And
have?
you're
Would you rather have a
you're blowing
loss
up, you're
or a
blowing
tie?
up.
Would you rather have a loss or a tie? You haven't answered the question.
The question. I love that. I love this.
He's not going to answer any question.
No, I will answer anything. I guess I would rather have a tie.
Thank you. All right, so in the game of soccer, sometimes it's a lesser team. You're playing for a result. A tie is a result. All right, so if you can make a game ugly and deny the other team a goal,
Okay.
and you can find a way to tie a game, that's better than a loss.
Okay. So can you have that in conference play?
Yes.
So in conference play, you can have a tie as well.
Uh-huh. The only time you got to have a winner is when you get in the playoffs. Because you got to have a winner.
And listen, Irv, on that note,
I know nothing about
we
soccer,
played a game
guys, and
2
y'all
weeks
play
ago.
that.
we played a game 2 weeks ago, and we tied.
And Joey's boys,
And when they came off the field, both teams played in the same game. One team celebrated the tie, and the other team
Was
would have
upset.
thought they had lost their dog.
true story.
I believe that. I believe that totally. But
Yeah, but if you look at soccer
I'm
throughout
just not used
the
to soccer
ages,
because
right?
a tie is a tie.
Right.
I mean, what is that? In
It's a tie.
conference
Same
play,
score.
I understand that. I'm not a. You know what, Warlick? I'm not an idiot, but I'm a. You're not open-minded either. I'm a football guy.
yeah, Irv,
And you know
I
what?
get it, dude.
I mean, I'm a football guy.
Well, what about
you
NFL?
win or you lose?
Well, not in NFL they tie.
We're talking about, and I'm relating all that shit.
True
to,
story.
I'm relating all that to high school stuff. You win or lose, and it's all about playoff. It's about places in playoffs. Isn't that what it is?
Playoffs.
Well,
It's
Right, but
about
Irv-
it's about wins and losses and where you're seated in playoffs.
all right, but Irv,
Okay, this is
sometimes
done.
no,
This
it's
is done.
not. So if you look at the state of North Carolina, there's a whole formula they
It sounds
use
so bad, but I mean
for wins, opponents
Okay,
winning
so you know what,
percentage,
Warlick?
opponents winning percentage. All right, so all that gets calculated into your positioning for the playoffs for seeding. So sometimes a tie is more beneficial for you than a loss.
And a loss. Okay, thank you.
And that would be that way for any sport.
So Joey,
I've never been a part of a game that's tied Anyway, we're moving on.
No, you're good. You're good. No, he's never been a part of a game as a tie because he went to Richlands High School.
Have you ever played a football game that you tied?
No,
Then shut up.
no, I don't disagree with you, dude.
Then that's my point.
But my
Chris,
kid played soccer.
Have you ever
and-
played anything that you tied?
All I can
Yes
do
or
is,
no?
all I can do is quote Crash Davis. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes it rains.
That's my point. I don't.
No, I've never played in a tie game.
Let's move on.
Joey,
Sir.
your conference,
Yes.
top 3 teams in your conference.
Cardinals,
J.H. Rose,
you're one of them,
North Side,
and you.
And you guys.
and Conley.
Okay.
Really?
All right.
Phil Paget, poor mouthing right there, baby.
In the
I like it.
in the Mountain West Football Conference, aka the other 3A conference in Onslow County.
Yeah. It's wide open now. Seriously.
Is it? Croatan's normally good.
The center back from Croatan broke his foot, and
Oh, is he a
he's
stud?
done for the year. So they're gonna have to piece something together.
Croatan's normally good.
Always
Swansboro's normally good.
But they're not
Who's
conference.
who's coaching Swansboro now?
Bob Vroom Jr.
Cook, Mark Cook.
Mark.
No, not Mark.
Is it Ricky Cook?
Ricky Cook. Mark's the
Broom
dad,
Jr.
right?
Yeah. No, his dad's Jimmy Cook.
Okay.
Okay.
My apologies.
So Swansboro good. Okay.
They're good.
Just be
They
legitimate,
play-
man.
I mean,
None of these people are going to watch the show. So
Sell it right there.
Be surprised.
White Oak.
In Myrtle Beach.
White Oak. And now look, this is. I talked to their center back yesterday.
It's the guy that does
Defender.
like a
He
quarterback.
plays defense,
In the middle.
and
He's like the
And-
the safety.
He said, Coach, when we played you, I have never in my life played that hard.
It's just the Jacksonville White Oak thing, dude. It's the
Well,
Jackson.
there were other factors
There
within
were
that
other
game.
factors, but at the same time, it was a jack. Like Swansboro, it was unreal how hard they played against us. And
Southwest. Where do they fall into 2A? They probably don't fall very well. Do they?
no, they.
Well, in their conference, they're going to be okay.
Oh, are they?
And I couldn't tell you what conference they play in.
They play in the same conference they play in
East
football. East
Duplin.
Duplin, Wallace Rose Hill, Wallace, and I'm assuming Wallace and East Duplin they're normally pretty good because they bring,
Wallace might be the top team in that conference.
But in the coastal 3A, it'll be Dixon.
Oh, I forgot about
Dixon.
Yeah,
Richlands.
Dixon.
Richlands is at one time. Richlands was the number 1 team in the East.
Wow.
So
Is Rose still coaching them? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Hey, Goody, you're an excellent broadcaster. I'll give you that. You want a challenge?
What's that?
Come to Southwest one night and go on PA and call a Duplin County soccer roster.
No way, dude.
Lineup.
That's why I was talking about East Duplin and Wallace Rose Hill. No, couldn't do it.
Move on
that
from
boy
soccer,
can't do
guys.
that. You can't
move on
call
from
them
soccer.
names.
You know what I would just say?
That's
I would say number 4 passes it to number 12.
No, I'm just talking about doing the opening roster.
Oh yeah,
That in
dude.
itself is a challenge.
Yeah,
The
I
lineup,
could. Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Go to the screen where we got a lot of games.
We got a lot of games. Come
All
on,
right,
man.
all right.
Look at all the comments you got.
So
too,
any,
Goody.
I know, man. We've been getting it. So anything else? So before we transition into college, anything else about high school athletics?
no.
Okay. Before we hit the picks, let's go. Let's just recap real quick. Top 25 games of last week, of yesterday. How about that? So we have. Let's see. We're going into what are we at? Week 2, week 3. So we had Kansas State beating up on Arizona on Friday. Georgia, that was a squeaker, wasn't it?
Georgia.
What do y'all think about that? Did y'all watch that?
Yep.
Yes.
I watched a little
I
bit.
watched that.
That was I don't know what I think about that. I will tell you this: it cost, of course, early in the season, it's cost Georgia their number 1 ranking in the polls. That's all I'll say about that. We know who the number 1 ranked team in the country is now, right? Hook 'em horns,
Your hat.
hook 'em horns.
I'll take
The Wolfpack?
Can I take the field versus Texas? National champion.
Yeah, what you want to bet on it?
Me and you.
Okay,
$100.
okay,
Field.
Will you do it?
yeah, absolutely.
That's silly.
No, it's not.
That's
They legitimately have the best team in the country.
He's wearing the hat.
I'm wearing the hat, dude.
He's worn it all 3 weeks, man. Let's.
I'm
do it.
wearing it until
I
they
have the
lose.
field. I had the field.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, good.
That was me and him with Tiger Woods. I would take
Yeah.
Tiger Woods. He'd take the field.
And I always won. Especially majors. Texas 56, San Antonio, Austin 7. Let's go. Let's talk about that game real quick.
Now,
Why?
Please don't blow
Why?
up
Arch Manning.
Archman. They played the. I mean,
They played who they played.
Stop, buddy.
Come on,
stop,
Steve.
stop.
They
stop.
played who they played.
Stop, bro. Stop.
They played who they thought they were.
Arch Manning, 9 for 12, 223 yards, 4 touchdown passes. QB rating of 341. Oh, by the way, he ran the ball 3 times for net yardage of 53 because he got sacked 1 time. He did have a 67-yard TD run. He accounted for 5 of their TDs in the game yesterday. Coming in
Who'd
for
they play again?
for an injured
The University of Tennessee.
That's a moot point.
No, I'm just.
Really.
What school was it?
You can say
Texas,
what
San Antonio.
Texas San Antonio.
They
tell you what,
played
you
the
can say what you want
University of Tennessee at South Alabama.
You can say what you can say what you want to about it. But he has a different air.
You Skip Skippy
That guy-
does,
that
dude.
guy-
14 points every quarter.
That guy.
But I mean,
Okay.
Hey, we'll see, man. We'll see. All you can do is play. Play who you play.
know, and let's blow them up. It's San Antonio.
Hey,
Absolutely. He's the-
that's what y'all did with Tiger Woods. That's what y'all did with all these other players.
Who did?
So why not?
Who did?
Wait a minute.
Him?
Tiger Woods.
Well, that's not us.
Tiger
You
Woods.
gotta
I
say
mean,
him.
that's what he does with Colorado. I mean, that's what he did with Colorado.
They 2-1.
Yeah, they are.
They smashed Colorado State.
They smashed Colorado. Yeah, Colorado
Just
State
saying.
won 3 games last year. They
they've got
smashed Colorado State.
They've got the Heisman Trophy winner on their team.
Who? No, Deion's not going to win the Heisman.
Oh my God.
Shador Sanders nor Travis Hunter will win
Travis
the Heisman.
Hunter,
No way.
best football player
You
in
want
the
to?
country.
You want to? Hey,
Holy
you want to take
crap.
Travis Hunter in the field?
No.
I bet you $100.
They'll-
So the
they'll
$100
find-
I win from him, I'll
they'll
double up
find a
with
way
you.
not to vote
Chris, you
for
put
him.
some more fruit in that drink, ain't you?
All right.
He got some Tito's.
How about Alabama going?
Tito's and fruit.
Let's see.
Let's get focused, man. Let's focus.
Alabama went to Wisconsin and put a butt whooping on them, 42-10. Ole Miss laid it on Wake Forest. Ole Miss is legit. They're the dark horse. I will say this: if Texas has to play Ole Miss, that could be a game. Yes, sir.
Can we pull resources and go for Ole Miss to win the national championship? $10 a piece. We'll probably.
Oh, you want to put a future bet in?
Yeah,
What do you think?
I'll
it is
do that.
right now.
I think the odds are great.
I'll
and
put
I like
$10 in. Let's
You
do
know,
it.
we didn't. What we didn't do, we didn't bet
Ole
this
Miss win the
weekend.
national title.
We didn't bet this week.
I'm a
Why don't
winner,
we
and you
just
didn't ask
roll
me.
out and just throw
Okay.
out $10 out the window?
We'll
It's the
figure.
same thing.
Tennessee,
You got to
$70.
You got the games coming now.
Well,
not
we
gonna
bet
win.
tonight or Monday. How about this? Tennessee 71, Kent State 0. Does anybody want to talk about that?
No.
I mean, it's Kent State. I mean, it's
Right,
It's
it
Kent
is.
State. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
Kent State. That's Kent State. Okay.
Man.
Oregon 49, Oregon State 14. Y'all forget that Texas, of course, he wasn't quarterbacking last week, but Texas did go to Michigan and beat Michigan up last week.
Michigan's bad. They're not good.
We'll see. We'll see. They've lost 1 game.
They're not
Where do you
good.
find
Okay.
the futures thing?
There's a thing.
Miami 62, Ball State 0. Oklahoma State 45-10. Oklahoma 34 over Tulane 19. LSU. Did anybody watch LSU South Carolina game?
Watched a little bit of it.
Great game.
South
Great
Carolina
game.
gave it away.
South Carolina gave it away. It was a great game. 36-33. Michigan 28. Arkansas State 18. You're right. They're not good. My 12-star pick, who I loaded the boat with last night, I knew they were going to bounce back. The line came down. Notre Dame 66, Purdue 7. Notre Dame put the shellacking on them. There was no way they were going to, with all the rumors floating around after this week. Oh, the rumors floating around that the Notre Dame alumni were ready to fire the guy, Marcus Freeman, and bring in Urban Meyer. Next year, bring in Urban Meyer. That was Urban Meyer was a wide receiver coach there back in the early 2000s. Yeah, so that was
like
the
coach Freeman.
Yeah, I like him. I think he's a good coach. I mean, I think he's a good coach.
Right. At the appropriate time, is Billy Napier going to get fired? But you carry on with what you're
Yes,
doing.
Yes.
I think he will get fired. I actually thought they would give. I actually took them in a 3-team parlay where they were getting 10 points, and they didn't, or 13 points. So it was 10 points. I can't remember, and they still didn't cover.
I told Joey the AD should be at his porch this morning, but he wasn't.
Yeah, he should be. So let's talk ACC football scores real quick. State's not looking too good. They came back and
I
won.
thought McCall would be better there.
Well, he's not a quarterback anymore. He got hurt, and now they've got a freshman quarterback that came in and pulled him out of the ringer. That threw it. They came back and won. His name's Bailey. They came back and won 30-20 over Louisiana Tech. How about this? They have held sole position of 17th place in the ACC all year long. Florida State. Florida State has been in 17th
Yes, you're
place
right.
in the ACC since the
They were
inception
the
of
first
17th
team to be
place.
17th, and
And they're currently, because they're 0-2 in conference, and they are 0-3 overall. Memphis, 20.
That's a great
Florida
stat.
State, 12. Boston College goes to Missouri, who is number 6 in the country, and gives Boston College. This tells you what a difference a coach makes. Does anybody know, somebody does because I had this conversation, who Boston College's coach is this year?
He was the guy from Western.
No.
Is it Bill O'Brien?
Bill O'Brien from the NFL. Yeah, he has come, and this Boston College is legit, man.
They'll beat Carolina.
They will beat Carolina. Well, anybody's going to. Carolina may win one game in conference this year. We'll get there. Miami
They played Florida
62.
State this year?
Yeah, we do, but it's at Tallahassee, but that doesn't mean anything. Georgia Tech 59, VMI 7, Pittsburgh 38, West Virginia 34, backyard brawl, and Duke hangs on over UConn 26-21. Virginia Tech 37-17, Old Dominion 40-6, Ole Miss. Virginia loses to Maryland 27-13. California is weird to say, but they're in ACC 31-10, and then Carolina 45-10.
Hey, Goody.
45-10.
Real quick,
Yeah.
can I say something? Then I'm going to give the mic to Joey and not say anything else. But I thought it was really cool for a podcast.
Yeah.
Narduzzi,
Yeah.
he was griping after the game about the officials and said we had to beat the team and the officials. And Neil Brown, the coach of West Virginia, ate him alive.
Did he really?
Oh yeah, Narduzzi's a jerk, and that's it.
Well, he's on. Yeah, he's on the hot seat this year.
You probably think O'Brien's a jerk too, don't you?
So speaking of hot seat,
O'Brien.
speaking of hot seat, does the Florida State coach last through the week? You think?
Yeah, they got too much money invested in him. They're paying like three or four coaches right now.
So East Carolina's paying 5, aren't they?
Let's go with our picks.
Wait a minute.
Okay, I'm sorry.
3-0 teams. 3-0 teams. I'm going to just go through these. There's 49 of them. I won't go through all of them. Alabama, Arizona. Okay, I'll get to the bottom line. Carolina is 3-0. Carolina may be the worst 3-0 team in the country. We are not good. Carolina is not good.
Somebody gave us 3 votes in the top 25.
No shit. And I'm going to say no shit
I know
like
who
that.
that
And I'll
is.
say no shit again.
3 people voted.
We
in the
are
top
horrible.
25.
We went to a dual system quarterback.
terrible.
And the old adage, when you got 2 quarterbacks, guess what? You got no quarterbacks.
You talking about since the other guy got hurt?
Yeah, we played Criswell. Criswell played yesterday and looked better. Do I now?
Won't be a dual quarterback.
No. Well, it said
Backup's going to play.
yeah, Criswell's going to move forward and start. He's going to start. He was, what everybody doesn't realize is when Criswell signed, I think he was player of the year out of Georgia coming in to Carolina. He was projected to be the starter until Drake May came. Drake May unseated him to be the starter at Carolina.
Where's Drake May at now?
Yeah, riding the pine for the 1-1 Patriots. Yeah. So anyway, so we can move on to the picks. I just thought that was interesting. Before we moved on to the picks, though, someone did mention, and we mentioned this in our text thread, Deion Sanders reportedly told the Colorado band it can't play the fight song after Shedeur Sanders throws a touchdown pass in the stadium because he has a rap song they want to play instead. It's all about primetime, right?
I have no comment.
How about
No,
this?
that's his son, not primetime. It's about his son.
Yeah, but his son, he made the comment to the people.
He was just
but then-
asking. It was probably blown out of.
But then I was going to save this for my stud. And in fact, I am going to save it for my stud. The Pac-12 commissioner.
Who's this guy?
The Pac-12 commissioner.
Soccer guy, that's why.
Let's see. Oh, I missed
We're
Teddy.
doing studs and duds?
Not yet.
Oh.
Georgia and Kentucky game surprised many people, but the last 3 times Georgia has been to Kentucky, they have been held under 20. Mike Norvell is 2-11 without Jordan Travis. That's over his entire tenure as FSU coach. Teddy, I love Ted. See, Teddy researches this shit, right?
Teddy's awesome.
All right, here we go. Picks.
Kid, you got a job.
Picks. Here we start. Thursday night game. Pick. Let me change the screen real quick. Oh, let me come back over here and we'll change the screen so everybody can see the picks.
Teddy live.
Teddy lives
Fayetteville?
in he moved. He's in Texas. He's in El Paso, Texas.
Oh.
now.
That's a good place for us.
Yeah, West Texas.
Change the duty station, huh?
Yep. All right, Thursday night, South Alabama. Oh, well, wait a minute. Before we get to that, let's go over what we did last week. FSU, we all missed FSU over Memphis. We all got Alabama covering except Rayner and Irvin over Wisconsin. We all picked South Carolina except Irvin over LSU. We all picked Notre Dame over Purdue except Irvin. Miller and I missed with West Virginia at Pittsburgh. You guys picked Pittsburgh. But Miller and I came back and picked A&M over Florida. App State, East Carolina. When we did the bet, it was East Carolina -3.5, but it moved to when the time the game was, it was App -1.5. App still covered, but they won. Me and Warlick and Joey picked that one. Colorado State, Colorado. We all missed that one because I will never pick for Colorado. Even Joey, you even went against.
Only because of the spread.
Oh, okay.
Spread.
Oh, okay.
If it's
Okay.
money line, I'm taking them every time.
Okay. Well, you'd be 2-1. And then Georgia, Kentucky, we all missed that except Rayner. Rayner actually picked that. So for the week, for the week, we're waiting on the Chiefs game. I went 13-7. Miller went 12-8. Rayner 13-7. That's your best week by far, Rayner.
Ever.
Ever.
Was that the over and under?
Southwest won.
Yeah, Irvin. Yeah, that was the difference.
And I picked
I was
against the
500.
Panthers. Remember?
Irvin 10-10. Warlick went 12-8, and JoJo went 13-7. Cumulative, I'm 48-19. Miller's 44-23. Rayner's 33-24. Irv's 34-23. 41-26. Warlick and Joey, you're 27-14 because you've missed. Maybe we'll have to get percentages added up there, or whatever. Okay, so
Hey, Goody, the 13-7 picks.
Yeah.
we all picked the Chiefs, right?
everyone picked
So
the
nothing-
Chiefs,
okay.
so nothing's going to change. And the Chiefs looking like they will
changed my
not
pick
cover.
to the
They're not going
Bengals.
to cover. All right, so here we go. South Alabama, Thursday night. South Alabama goes to App State. South Alabama put up like 80 points, they put up a ton of points last week. They played somebody horrible, but they put up a ton of points. App State is favored
Played
by.
somebody horrible.
They played somebody
Michigan
horrible.
School for the Blind. Okay.
South Alabama, Appalachian State. App State's -7.5. I'm still going with App State.
Me too.
All right, Rayner.
App State.
Are they the best team in North Carolina?
Could be.
I'm going to take South Alabama.
Gonna take South
They
Alabama.
did beat
All right.
East Carolina.
Warlick.
Thursday night,
Yep.
great crowd,
On
Mountaineers.
All right, JoJo.
Yep. Give me the App State.
Okay, starting with you, staying with you, Joey, because
Let's go Nebraska's.
Illinois, Nebraska, 8.5 on Friday night. Who you going with, Nebraska?
I'm going with the Cornhuskers.
I am. Okay. Who you got? Warlick.
Nebraska, and that might get some of my personal money there. I like that one a lot.
I do too.
Yeah, I do too. I love that game right there. I may buy down, but I
About
like
all you
that.
want. I'm going to go with Illinois.
You going with Illinois?
Hey, Irv, one question. Do you know what is their mascot?
I don't. Illinois fighting the Illini.
Okay. All right.
But what's
Which
in the
is-
lineup?
What's in the Illini?
What's
I
in the
don't care. Just move on.
It's the engine.
It's an engine.
Engine.
You shouldn't say that.
Rayner.
Woo, woo.
Rayner. Who you got?
Nebraska.
Okay.
And Cornhuskers.
Cornhuskers for me.
And I'm taking the Huskers because their freshman quarterback, is legit.
Just had a stroke.
All right, James Madison at Carolina. Carolina is 10.5. I'm taking JMU.
Me too.
Carolina's minus 10.5.
Yeah, we're minus
JMU,
10.5.
baby.
That line will move.
They'll be lucky if they win that game.
Yep.
But
God damn, Skippy would
the
be lucky
call
if
is
we
on
win.
what the line is now, right?
Yeah, we're calling it on what the line is now.
Okay.
Who you taking, JMU or Carolina?
I'm going to take Carolina.
Oh, I don't think that's ever
I
happened.
don't think that's ever happened
He
either.
picked the other team and he's picked Carolina.
Who you got,
I don't
Warlick?
like
We
you
got a
people.
new quarterback, North Carolina.
Yeah, but we got the same defensive backfield. Hey, legitimately, man. Wait a minute. Who you got?
JMU.
JMU. Tell me, and I'm not trying to step on any toes here, but I'm going to. Tell me the last time that Carolina had a really good defense secondary.
Ron Case under Carl Torbush, back under Mac era 1, when they had Dre Bly,
Yeah.
Williams.
No,
Oh, yeah.
they've been good since then. The Rude Boys were pretty
No,
good.
no,
That was the Rude Boys.
that was the original Rude Boys. Kendrick and
Yeah, but
and
when they had Kendrick, Deontay,
Kendrick and Deontay came in after that.
and that Charlie, what was his name, guy? Charlie Brown or whatever.
Dre Bly was really good.
Jay Bly was really good. Dre Bly
Charles
was.
Brown, yeah. They were pretty good.
But and
You're
you know
right, though.
historically, I mean, I have inside knowledge because I was recruited by him at one point in time. Historically, Carolina, man, they didn't, and you have to do it a little bit now. They never recruited defensive backs. They recruited athletes and people guys that play wide receiver and running back, and they weeded them out in August. And the guys that didn't make like the top 4 or 5 on either side on offense, they said, "Hey man, if you want to play here and stay, go play. You're going to play defense." If that's how you recruit your defensive backs, you will never have great defensive backs.
Well, I thought a defensive back was a wide receiver that couldn't catch in high school.
I don't.
Or a
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. I'll ask you this. Every other college team that is legit teaches their defensive backs
Turn their head.
to turn their head back and look when the ball's coming.
We're not well coached.
Why?
buddy.
Why
We're not well coached.
what is wrong? Why don't we do that?
We're not well coached. Period.
All right, Goody, the ball's back here. We teach this.
Don't you think they coach it? They're just not smart enough.
I don't know, man, but it drives me freaking bananas.
Go to the next game because that's going to drive you crazy.
Okay.
And they're
All right.
just not well coached.
Okay, next game. This will be an interesting one, and Joey gets to pick first. NC State at Clemson. Clemson minus 15.5.
Give me the pack.
Woo! Okay.
Hold on. Clemson's only minus 50.5?
Yeah. Who you got, Warlick?
State.
Okay. Who you got, Irv?
Who you think I got?
I don't know. Who you
The
got?
pack, baby, the pack. I'm sorry, got the pack.
So you don't like Clemson anymore?
I do like Clemson.
Okay.
Who you got, Rayner?
Clemson.
But more money went to
Miller, who
State.
you got?
Give me Clemson.
And I'm going definitely Clemson. Clemson's going to throttle them. This is an interesting game here.
Is that South Carolina or is that
No,
Southern California?
Southern Cal goes to Michigan. Southern Cal is 6.5. Favored by 6.5. I'm taking Michigan. Southern Cal beat LSU. Their quarterback, that was the guy's first. I mean, they're riding high. Everybody's riding high with this guy, man. He's had one start. LSU barely beat South Carolina, who South Carolina's not a bad team. I'm not saying they're a bad team, but historically, South Carolina does not score points. LSU couldn't stop them, so I don't think LSU's all that. I'm going Michigan. That's my philosophy with the points. I'm going Michigan in the points. Southern Cal may win, but I'm going Michigan in the points.
Give me the Trojans.
Trojans. Okay. Irv, Rayner.
Trojans. I'm
Trojans.
Sorry, Dave.
All right. Did y'all see that thing I sent y'all today about the Trojans and the
You want me to read it on the air?
no
I was going to.
Irv.
I'm taking. I'm taking it. You didn't
I don't
ask
see
me.
why
I'll
you
take Michigan.
can't.
Michigan? Okay. No, yeah, I'm going. Warlick, who you got?
Go gold and amazing.
Amazing
blue.
goal. Yeah. Joe, who you got? This is a tough one.
USC.
Okay.
You know, honestly, if LSU couldn't handle a Trojan, just wait till they see our cocks.
All right, because we're trying to get North Carolina teams here. East Carolina coming off their close loss, App State. Now they're going to the Flames. ECU goes to Liberty 6.5 point favorites.
Liberty's good.
Who's up? Joey?
Joey's up.
Liberty.
Warlick, who you got?
Liberty.
Irv, who you got?
I'm gonna take the Pirates.
Liberty.
All right. The coach at Liberty is the guy that used to be at Coastal.
Hugh Freeze.
No, Hugh Freeze is at Auburn, dude. It's Jamie Chadwell. Yeah, he left. Is that a step up going from Coastal to Liberty? I'm not saying it is.
Because they
If your paycheck's higher,
If your paycheck tired, yeah.
there's more
He had a
NIL
great.
money.
He had
Jerry
a great
pays him a lot there, probably.
NIL money. We talking about yeah, okay. Rayner, who you got?
Jerry's kids. Liberty.
Liberty. Okay,
I too will take Liberty.
and I too will take Liberty. We're all picking against East Carolina. This is the game of the week. Game of the week. Tennessee going to Oklahoma. Tennessee is -7 going to Oklahoma, and I'm up, and I am rolling with the Vols.
I want Tennessee.
Rayner,
Taking Oklahoma.
that's why you're 10-10 each week. Okay, Irv.
7 last week.
I'm taking it. I'm taking Tennessee.
Yeah, I hope you would, because you just come in here. One of you guys were talking about how good Tennessee's
Tennessee's
playing.
good.
I mean, they beat.
Tennessee good.
I mean, hell, they beat Kent State 71-0 yesterday.
But they also throttle State, and State's better than Carolina. And State's better.
State may be better-
We'll move on. We'll just move
State
on.
may be-
Make your pick.
I did.
He did.
I already
Let's
did.
go.
Saying-
I got
saying
Tennessee.
State's
This is going to be a 3-hour show. if we
Saying
don't hurry
State's
up.
better than Carolina is nothing because yeah. Go ahead,
Well, it is to us.
Joe Warlick. Who you got?
Oh my God, Tennessee by 3 touchdowns.
Joey. Who you got?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. All right. Last game or no? Okay, here we go. Baylor at Colorado. Colorado -1. I know you're going with Colorado, right?
You know it.
All right. Warlick.
Colorado.
All right. Irv.
Baylor.
Me too. All right. Rayner.
Baylor.
Miller.
Baylor.
And I'm rolling with Baylor. I will never pick for Coach Prime. And last one, I just rolled an ACC game. Georgia Tech at Louisville. Louisville is still undefeated. Georgia Tech is undefeated. Louisville -10. I'm going to roll. I don't think Georgia Tech is that good, honestly. So I'm rolling with Louisville.
Give me Tech.
Okay.
Tech.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Louisville in the points.
Me too. All right. Warlick.
Hell of an engineer.
So you're taking Georgia Tech. And JoJo.
Give me the Ramblin' Wreck.
Ramblin' Wreck of Georgia Tech. All right.
Hell of an engineer.
Real quick, we're going to do 2 of the NFL games, and the rest we'll get the spreads later this week, and I'll give them to you. Tonight, Bears at Texans. Texans -6. I'm rolling with the Texans.
Me too.
Texans.
Texans.
And the quarterback we should have got.
Joey?
Give me Texans.
All right.
Warlick, who did you say, Warlick?
He got it right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then tomorrow night, Falcons and Eagles. Eagles 5.5. I will go ahead and pick quickly. I'm taking the Eagles.
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 Rayner?
Eagles.
Irv? Warlick?
Eagles.
Joe?
Yep.
All right. That's.
Whoa. I said
Goody.
Falcons. I was swallowing.
Oh, you said Falcons? Okay.
I'm gonna take the Falcons.
Goody, real quick, what's the better game of those?
What now?
What's the better if you're going to take the pick on DraftKings? What's the better of those 2?
The NFL games tonight. Honestly, do you want to know if I was going to bet on these games?
That's what I asked you.
This is what I would do.
Good.
Just one of them. Pick
No,
one
I
game.
wouldn't. But I wouldn't do it that way.
Okay.
I would do a 2-team teaser, which gets me 6 points. 6 points, and that brings the Texans down to a pick'em, and it brings the Eagles basically down to a pick'em. So with the Eagles at a pick'em
Just got to win.
and Texans at a pick'em, who do you think's going to win the damn game?
Just got to win.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my philosophy.
I don't know how to do that. Okay.
You just change it from game to teaser. But anyway, that's what I would do.
Nasty. Oh, there's a flag.
So anyway, all right. So that's what we got for tonight. We're going to move to studs and duds because we're at 121. We need to move on. 121. Stud dud. Rayner. I got 2 duds.
My dud is the owner of the Carolina Panthers, David Terrible.
Terrible. All right. I actually have 1 stud and 1 dud. What you got?
My stud is the Manning kid from Texas.
Yes.
And my dud is Bryce Young.
Cool. JoJo. Stud dud.
Dud. I ditto Rayner. David Tepper. He's got to go.
David the Terrible.
That's easy shit. Mine is what'd you say, Bob?
Arch Manning.
Manning is a damn stud. That boy.
But man, they played
Shut
Texas
up.
San
I don't care
Antonio.
what he played.
Who?
I don't care what he played. He is badass.
Who?
And my duds are the total entire team of the Dallas Cowboys.
I can roll with that one.
And Dak is the biggest suck dud ever.
Okay.
Wow.
Stud or dud or both or
Well, I have a dud.
okay.
And he's sitting right across from me.
Okay. Joey or Irv?
What did I do now?
Mike Irvin.
Okay, come on.
All right.
Come on, say it.
Mike, I love you,
I know you do.
but technologically, you're a caveman. All right.
I agree with that.
So, me being a good guy that I am, good friend, I go to help my buddy out, setting his TV up so he can watch the football game Thursday night
On Amazon Prime.
on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
All right. So we go to get it set up, finally figure out he's got the wrong remote for the wrong Fire Stick. So we find the other remote.
7 different ones.
Okay. So boom, we're
That's enough.
rolling.
You got it. You just
Okay.
shut up.
So who here has an iPhone?
I do.
Okay. So let me ask you guys. So on an iPhone, if you look at your email and you want to switch screens, do you guys all know how to switch screens and look at something else?
Yeah, push up.
All right, and then you can go back to the other screen?
Yeah.
Okay, I rest my case.
Damn, that's a dud. All right.
It's okay.
My stud of the week.
But I still love them.
Like that.
My stud of the week. Does anybody know who Teresa Gould is?
I've heard the name.
Swimmer.
She's a Pac-12 commissioner, Teresa Gould. The Pac-12 is trying to make movement and get a conference back together with a bunch of teams that really, But she said this: we're still expanding. If the Big 12 is too tough for Colorado, we extend an invitation for them to come back. Wow! So she is one of my studs of the week because she basically called out the whole Colorado school and team and whatnot, and they will probably go back there to try to win the Pac-12 conference. My other stud of the week is Robert Kraft. He scoffed at being one up at Jerry Jones in 2017. Kraft is still waiting for his Hall of Fame call. Kraft quoted this: he hasn't been to the NFC title game in 2 decades, and he gets in the Hall of Fame. How does that work? So Robert Kraft is my stud, also stud of the week.
Nice.
Any other studs or duds?
No, I'm good.
I only had a dud. I do have a stud.
Okay.
Steve Goodson, baby.
All right.
Oh, wait, no, I do have one more
Now, wait a
dud.
minute. You gotta let me explain why.
Yeah.
Steve has agreed to take us to see Ole Miss and Georgia at the Grove on Saturday, November 9th. Money's no object, right? Wouldn't that be a great game?
That would be a great game. I'm in. I mean, I'm in if we can get tickets.
Or Ole Miss and Oklahoma on October 26th.
No, I'd rather
Both
get
of those are at the Grove.
Wait a minute. Who'd you say the second one?
The first one, Ole Miss and Oklahoma is October 26th at the Grove.
I'd be able to go to either one of
And
them.
Ole Miss and Georgia is
As long as I don't have to drive through a toll.
I'll drive. If you get us stuff, I'll drive.
If we get, I tell you this.
I'll drive.
I tell you
I
that.
want to go see a game, man.
Let's get
South Carolina's atmosphere yesterday.
Let's get tickets. Let's get tickets. Can somebody, if somebody works the move, get tickets? I'll.
Tickets are on StubHub. I'll do that. That's pretty easy.
All right. Is everybody in?
I'm in.
Well, we got to look at the date, and I got to figure out what we got going on.
November 9th. This is Saturday.
Only if I'm invited.
What the hell?
I can't go.
Why not? Is that playoff around playoff time?
That's probably first round of the playoffs.
Well, October
Second round of-
26th is
that'd be
Oklahoma.
second- that'd
Well,
be second
October
round.
26th is Oklahoma.
And if Joey's in the
That'd be
playoffs,
easier to
I
get.
can't. I've got to be at the game.
I got to be at the game.
The Oklahoma game be easier to get tickets for probably too.
Forget Ole Miss football. I got to
All
go
right,
to high school.
I do have a
soccer.
dud.
Okay.
West Carteret, because they could have played Thursday night. They chose not to, and now they're probably not going to get the football game in.
All right. Any more studs and duds?
How does that work out, though?
They just won't have a game.
They'll figure it out.
Non-conference.
Well, I understand.
Jacksonville's going to play 6 games this year. 6 regular season games.
8.
Okay. My last dud is Andy Reid and Bill Belichick. Both of them combined. We were talking about the greatest coaches who you'd like to play for. Andy Reid's record before Patrick Mahomes, 182 and 120, 11 and 13 in the playoffs, 1 Super Bowl appearance. Bill Belichick's record without Tom Brady is 81 and 95, 1 and 2 in the playoffs, 0 Super Bowl appearances. Just saying. Anybody got any studs and
Steve,
duds?
we got something major about to happen. 3 seconds to go. Cincinnati leads 25-23. Harris Buckner, who has views different than Taylor Swift.
All
is about
right.
to get
Yeah,
game
but-
winning
yeah,
field.
but
Does she
they're not
cheer
covering
if he
the
makes
spread.
it?
We're going to watch
didn't
it,
cover.
and
But
as
it
we
doesn't
watch
matter.
it, we're signing off.
Does Taylor Swift cheer if he makes the field goal?
Of course. And we'll see it.
Welcome to my party. We're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare.